Hello, this is Mr. Huff. I want to go through making a quick custom drawing template, and I just realized you can't see the bottom of my screen, so let's move this up a little bit. Okay, there it is. Alright, so I'm in a playground section. I recommend doing this in a very condensed small file or just a simple document first. Throw a quick part in there, and that will give you something to play with. Then what we're going to do is insert a drawing. So we're going to choose plus and create a drawing. We're going to go to custom templates. We want to choose ANSI. Let's choose a B. And then the other thing we want to make sure we do is choose don't include the title block. The ANSI title block is crazy. So it's got a lot of stuff in there, and we just need four things. The four things we need are your name, or the author's name, the project, the date, and the description of what we're looking at. So if you want, you can add more zones. So I might make this 6 by 6 just so it's easier to find the stuff on there. And we are going to click OK. So you can see my zones A through F and 1 through 6. Alright, so we're going to close the stuff that pops up. It's assuming you want to go ahead and start making a drawing. Well, what we want to do is make a template. So what we're going to do is rename this what we want to call it. So we're going to call this ANSI B. I'm just going to put B and my initials, or I could put a project name. Just give it a short name that you'll recognize. We can also go up here, open the sheet, rename the sheet. Let's call it the same thing. So it's ANSI and it's B and then my initials. And I'm going to put this as, I'm going to put a letter there so I can tell which one it's picking up, if it's this or this. Alright. Now that we've got that, we can go here and choose the table tool. If you don't see this, you can search for table in the tools section. What I had to do is expand to full screen to see this. But we're going to click on table, and it's going to have 2 by 2, and that's fine. I like to connect to the bottom right. So we're going to click down here, and now we have a table. Alright. It's going to automatically pop up to go ahead and start putting text in. Notice it's using this font, Noto Sans. And one of the things you need to pay real close attention to, all of this text needs to be the same size, and it also needs to be the same fonts. Some of you are changing it randomly. Okay, I'm just going to hit check for now. What I want to do is resize it. I'm going to pull it to about here, and we'll zoom in a little bit. So a couple of things you can do. If you double click that, you've got some choices here. If you click on insert drawing property, you can get things like drawing by. You can get things like we'll put underneath that, you can get things like drawing last change. No, drawing last change date is what I'm looking for. Okay, and then here you could put in right here. If you click on this one, you can import the name. Now this is only useful if you have been naming your parts as you go. If all of them are labeled part 1 and part 2, then just make this regular text like this. So this is an example of regular text. So you would put your project name here. Let's talk about case real quick. ANSI standard is uppercase for everything. I don't care. If you use uppercase, that's awesome. If you use mixed case, that's awesome. Pick one and stick with it. Alright, so how mine is going to work, it's going to grab whoever was working on the drawing when it was updated, and it's going to pull the part name. Okay, so I am going to just right now, that's pretty much what I want to see. Is we've got a basic drawing title block, and then we're ready to start making drawings. What I'm going to do, just in case, I'm going to go ahead and hit export, and I'm not going to change anything. So you can see it is picking that name from the bottom, so that's the one you want. choose DWT. This is a drawing template. Export. And it's going to pop up with a save. And mine looks different than yours, so don't worry about that. All right. And you can notice it put this in here. All right. So let's go see if we can get to it from another drawing. So what you could do right now is now you can go ahead and start putting things in. So I'm going to drop this part here and we'll do a couple of projections and see what that looks like. Okay, then we're going to always choose right click and let's see, escape, right click, and the isometric let's always show as a shaded view. Okay, so this is ready to add some dimensions to. So you have your orthographic layout and your isometric view, and we are good to go on that. So I'm going to go back to OnShape, and I'm going to open something that I know just has like a one single part. I want to make sure that I have a name here, and now I want to add a drawing, and if everything worked properly, we should see that we have that drawing available to us. So if we choose, no, cancel. All right, so we should be able to add a drawing or create a drawing. And if I go to created by me, I should see that one I just made. And click OK. And there is my drawing. And it's got my name automatically populated. It shows when I worked on this drawing last. The project title is right here, and then if I choose this, just double click it, zoom out. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple of views here, and alright, and right click, escape, right click, let's shade it. Alright, so if you didn't see your custom drawing there, notice it populated everything for me, my name, the date, the part, and the title of the project. Alright, so this is ready to dimension. If it didn't show up, you could go to hit plus and then import and then pull in that DWT file that we just made. Okay, and once you do that, it will be in your it should show up in the ones created by you from here on. So use a custom drawing template for your projects. All right, that's all I have for now. Thanks.